What's going on, everyone? NCap24 here from playbook.gg, and in today's video we're going to show you a really nice 1-2 punch when it comes to an exclusive play out of the New Orleans Saints playbook to basically attack cover 2 or cover 3, depending on if you see a 1 high safety look or a 2 high safety look. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel and you want to win more games playing Madden, hit that subscribe button below. Don't forget to also click that bell icon to make sure you never miss any of our videos. Alright guys, so the play we're going to be looking at is called PA halfback wheel, and I like to run it flipped if I'm using a right-handed quarterback, and if I'm using a left, I'll just leave it the way it is. It's just a comfort thing for me. So because we have Garoppolo, we're going to go ahead and run it flipped. Now, the setup of this is pretty simple, and we're going to set it up to beat both cover 2 and cover 3 depending on how we see this. So typically speaking, if people are in a 2 high safety look, you're most likely going to see a cover 2, possibly a cover 4, unless they're baselining and trying to basically disguise their coverage. But what we're going to do here is we're going to put B on a curl route. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the A on a corner route that's the tight end apprentice corner. And we're going to basically toggle from the around the outside so you don't show that it's going to be a run or a pass. Get to Kittle and motion him to the left. Last thing you're going to do is smart route the X receiver. So it's going to look like this, okay? Now, what I want you to do is look at the cornerback on the right-hand side. That's going to be Stephon Gilmore. He is going to get sucked into the B receiver, and this wire route is probably my favorite wheel in the game when it comes to beating this type of coverage because of the way that it goes up, and then it has a really nice tight wheel. But the best part about this wheel is it actually goes towards the sidelines at a different angle than most wheels, and it's going to get really open. So watch what happens here. I'm going to press the right trigger just to make sure that I get a take off the animation for basically the rollout. I'm going to just cut off the play action and do that. You see how that worked? We're going to show it to you again just to make sure that you see basically how the cornerback on the right will play the B and not play the Y. Watch what happens here. Again, we're going to hit the right trigger to cut off the play action. Y goes up the field. See how he stays on the B. And you're going to have an easy 25-yard gain. It's one of my favorite routes when it comes to beating cover 2 out of this formation. Everybody that uses, I don't say everybody, let's retract that statement. Most people that you play that are using I form close typically are using it out of the Raiders playbook. It's something that we faced all year long. Having a play or two that people are not familiar with will kind of expand your ability to run this, right? So again, we'll show it to you one more time against cover 2, cut off the play action by hitting the right trigger, throwing it to this player, and catching that ball on the sidelines, right? It's something that you can get underneath the safety the way it works. Now, what if they're in cover 3 and showing a 1 high safety look? We're going to do the same thing. Again, what we're going to do is put the A on the corner, motion him out, put the X on the smart route. The only difference is if you expect cover 3, you want to put the B on a streak rather than the curl. And the reason for that is we want to hold that safety to the right-hand side. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and cut off the play action. And what you're going to see is this X is going to get wide open on the left-hand side for the easy one-play score. So it's something that can really do a great job of covering, going against cover 3 or cover 2. Now, what I also like about this motion is a lot of times it's still going to give you the opportunity to go against a lot of your run defenses or different things to where when people mug the gaps. So say they're in, something like this, maybe a pinch dog 2 press or something where they're mugging the gaps or trying to get to you. What you can do is by toggling the outside and moving this guy over, let's go ahead and go to stretch. You can move this guy out and you're not basically telling that you're doing a run or a pass because you're not toggling through your lineman. That way you toggle around and you can still run stretch with that same exact motion and have a good opportunity of gaining a lot of yards. Right? It's that motion definitely gives you the opportunity of beating mugged gaps. It also beats, a lot of the other meta things, like say I'll go to edge blitz 1, and I'm not going to do any type of setup, but I just want to make sure you see that if I go to stretch, I go through here, you can still run a lot of your run plays using this motion to kind of give you an edge when it comes to either disguising run or pass, right? So you see here, we're going to get to the outside this time. Unfortunately, we were able to, didn't get the clean around, but it's not something that you have to worry about. That you do want to make sure that you mix in the ability to run the ball. And that will give you that little bit of a run pass, because if you do this motion every single time and you don't run the ball, then what you're going to end up doing is kind of giving people the go-ahead. If you can start using this motion as part of your run game, then you're going to see that you're going to have that ability basically to make them fear run, and then you can get easier plays because your user has to hesitate before covering players. So I just want to kind of show you a 1-2 punch when it comes to cover 2 and cover 3. I like to go to exclusively out of the Saints playbook in order to kind of get your mind thinking about ways to use I form close a little bit differently than maybe the meta has. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you check out these videos below for the most helpful Madden tips. If you're looking to learn from the best players in the world, head over to www.playbook.gg for the most detailed game plans in Madden.